Hi, this is Cher. I'm just going to do a quick demo of making a bit of faux homemade paper, handmade paper. This is not my idea. There's lots of videos on YouTube with people who are far more experienced than I am, but I just thought I'd show you what I did. I actually posted a picture of this the other day, and it's just got bits of chopped up cotton, herbs and spices and tea on it. But what I did afterwards with it, I actually, on a photocopied paper of some coffee stain, I actually printed out the copy of it on top of this, and then I stamped that and got this. Then I did a darker one, and I got this one. This was on the coffee dyed paper, and then I photocopied that, which is, you can see there's sort of a few air bubbles, and I did a black and white of it as well. So I photocopy lots of things and change things up and add things and take things away. So I'm just going to do a quick demo, and yeah. So, but my apologies to all those wonderful paper makers out there, but you know, we all can't have lots of time and lots of studio space. So basic things that you need is some PVA glue, a brush, a bit of cotton. I've got some old spices here from oregano that have been in the, my apologies to Masterfood, in the cupboard forever and a day, and some tea, some dried tea, and a inside of a napkin. And my brushes, even though I use a cheap brush, every time I finish using these brushes with glue, I rub them in dishwashing liquid and rinse them through, and they become lovely soft and supple brushes again. So what I've done, I've actually got a piece of photocopy paper. I've got it on a piece of plastic because the glue will probably soak through, and I'm just going to cover that with the glue. And of course the plastic, if you didn't have plastic underneath, you're going to stick to your table. I just stamped this stamp is one that I have had in my stash for quite a few years, and it's an Impress set of stamps, cling stamps. Which I might have hardly ever used because stamping is not a thing I do very often these days. Okay, so on here, oh yes, actually, what else I've got as well is some little tea bag, dried tea bags, and all those fabulous tea bag people out there can do wonderful things. I can just chop mine up in bits, just randomly drop those, and look, in fact, just spread them out a bit, and a bit of old dry spices. If you use some potpourri or something in there, just be careful you don't have some spiky bits, because they'll put a hole in the tissue. Put those on. Bit of the dry tea on the tea bag. And bits of cotton thread. You can use double thread, any sort of thread you want. Just chop that up. And don't chop your fingers. So when you think you've got all the amount of things that you want on there, this is, gosh, this is a from a serviette or a napkin, and this was a 3-ply one, and this was the middle ply, so I'll just dab it on there. Try and get some of the air bubbles out, and then come across with your brush. I'll get my scissors out of the way. Start in the middle. Just work those air bubbles out, or fold the paper over. I don't mind the fold your crinkle paper. A very quick way, and you could use pattern paper. What have you got? Leftover paper, paper collage, anything you want really. I did try and pick out a piece of leaf, bit of leaf from one that I did, and trying to pick it out. I actually tore the paper on top, and then I tried to patch it and ended up looking a bit weird. So look at that, that's just really all it is. And then dry your paper, trim off the surface. But yeah, copy it onto other paper, copy it onto another piece of paper, and copy it onto a coffee stained or a tea stained paper. And then you've always got the original, and you can, unless you wanted texture of course. So that's it, I'll just work those little air bubbles down. I think if you worked a little bit slower than I do, I always work at a crazy pace. I don't have a slow down button or really a stop button, but certainly don't have a slow down button. So that's it. The tea bags look quite nice under there in the background of the there with the stamps. Okay, that's about it. Thanks for joining me today, and have fun. Bye.